In this tutorial, I'm going to be covering Step 2, Obtaining Base Data. We have thus far created a suitability model diagram to guide us in ArcGIS, as we can see here in this image. Starting at the bottom of the diagram with subobjectives, we will try to obtain base data to reach those subobjectives. Obtaining base data is the second step of our process. This site is located in Manhattan, Kansas. It is always good practice to check and see if your company has already requested source data. Many organizations don't like several individuals requesting the same information who belong to the same company in a very short amount of time. In this example, based on our subobjectives, we will need to find information about subsurface conditions, such as soils and depth to restrictive layers, surface conditions, such as slope, elevation, and drainage information, land use and land coverage conditions, such as vegetative coverage, existing structures, impervious surfaces, and some information the county might have, such as property boundaries, road and street locations, sewer, water, and any other important information. The type of source data we will try to aim for is aerial information, high-resolution surface LiDAR information, soils, county data, and area of interest. Aerial imagery will give us information about different types of land use and land coverage. Surface high-resolution LiDAR data will give us surface information. Soils will give us subsurface information, and county data will give us information about infrastructure and any other man-made developments. An area of interest is our study area or our analysis bounds. Because our data is located in Kansas, we're going to use the Kansas Data Access and Support Center, and for short it's called DASC, to obtain most of our data. There may be websites in the area that you're studying or researching, such as this one. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to log in. So this website, by the way, is at www.kansasgis.org, and this will have all the GIS data for Kansas, well, most of it. So up here on the upper right hand corner you can see that I've already logged in, and you'll need to log in here or at least create an account for yourself and then log in so that you can actually download data. And then over here on the left side there is several kind of like links here, several categories, and I'm going to click on Catalog. And this is going to allow me to look at what data is available for my area. So I have some administrative boundaries, cadastral, critical infrastructure, and structures. And the first one I'm really interested in is this aerial stuff here. And what I'm really just going to pay attention to is just the year here. So I got 2010, some 2012. And then I'm just going to try to match it up with my elevation. For this particular study site, it's not really important that the year of the aerial and the year of my surface information is going to match up. But for some of the analysis stuff that you might do, it might be important that you make sure that your surface information is going to match up with your aerial year. So I can see here that I have some 2010 LiDAR, and I saw in here that I had a 2010 aerial imagery. So this is what I'll probably aim for my first shot round. This is more of a trial and error kind of thing. So I'm going to try for the 2010 data first. And I'm going to try to download my aerial data set first. And the reason is because I'm going to use my aerial as kind of a common denominator when looking for GIS data. So in other words, this is going to kind of be my frame of reference to make sure that the data I have is at the correct location. I'm not going to explain too much about that right now, because as we go through this walkthrough, you'll see it'll be kind of self-explanatory why we start with our aerial.